Hey everyone, welcome back. It is that time again. It is time for another State of Wrestling show. With me once again, we have, which way? Campbell Reviews. I think it's that way. Sure, I don't know. I just point somewhere and I hope he's there. But Campbell Reviews is back with me once again. Man who reviews movies, TV shows, wrestling. Hey, did you watch The Flash? If so, go check out the review. I will have that linked in the description box below. So make sure you go and watch that. Throw a sub his way, throw a sub my way. You know, half of you guys who watch this aren't subbed. Sub, so you know when these things come out. So with that out of the way, we are doing our monthly State of Wrestling show. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start AW or WWE?
You tell me.
Okay, let's start WWE. The Bloodline storyline. Let's start with that. I'm really enjoying where they're going with this.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said it was going to be, and we let him off the hook.
Yep.
Like, to be honest with you, for a lot of this episode, I don't have much to say because
it's been a quiet month.
Between not only it being a quiet month, between the predictions that I made and predictions that you made, almost every single thing has happened.
Yep.
So that just is what it is.
Yeah.
The Bloodline storyline is getting better again, but I just don't care anymore.
It's a little long in the tooth at this point. This is something they should have pulled the trigger with months ago.
It's still good. Like the whole thing now between the Usos and them, and then they're fighting at Money in the Bank, I think.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that whole what they did there. I like the turn, but it's just become like, okay, man, it's turning into the NWO storyline where it's just going and going and going, and it keeps, there's all these little turns. At least like in the Bullet Club storyline, they're doing a really good job making it feel new and fresh every time.
Yeah, and we'll get into that when we get to New Japan. But you're right, though, in a way it is. I think with this match being a really high profile show, Money in the Bank, and it's taking place in London, do you think they'll bring in somebody like Rikishi or The Rock to say, hey, what are you guys doing? Like,
apparently Rikishi's coming. It's the big long rumor now that Rikishi's coming.
Okay then.
I mean, but it's kind of just, well, I don't care. Like, well, if you brought Rikishi back, you're not going to get a pop out of me. You'll get like a ha, yeah, that's cool.
It's Rikishi.
Not like the Salvio Vega situation to me was special because I hadn't seen Salvio Vega in years.
And Rikishi is somebody they keep bringing back every once in a while.
Plus, he's pre-Rikishi era.
Yeah,
Salvio Vega, right?
Yes,
and Rikishi is like a lot more modern of a wrestler. Number one, he's from like into the 2000s. I'm pretty sure Salvio Vega never made it past the year 2000 in WWE.
No, I don't think Salvio Vega, he barely made it into the Attitude Era.
Yeah, he was only at the beginning during the Gang Wars.
Yeah.
But either way, we digress. You're not going to get much out of me for that.
Yeah.
Especially being in England, I kind of, maybe if you did it in like Hawaii.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, fine. I think I'm a lot more intrigued with everything Judgment Day's doing.
Yeah, the Judgment Day, apparently they're looking at bringing in McDonough to be part of the group and kicking out Priest.
I would like that.
And kicking out Damian Priest.
Well, because they want to give Priest a big push, and
yeah, as it shows by the match he had against Seth Rollins.
The only thing I don't like about Judgment Day, sorry, I had to think about the name there, is they're all okay. Well, Dominic's not a good wrestler, but he's a good character at this point. He's a chicken shit heel that's way over, but you have three good wrestlers and all they do is lose.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, Rhea Ripley's in like this. Well, that's what doesn't make sense. As a group, they constantly lose, but Rhea Ripley wins. And it's like, what are they there for? So then you're going to cut. I do like what they're trying to do with them, like I said, but then you're going to cut out Damian Priest. And then what? He's going to go against you guys. You guys are going to feud for a bit and he's going to beat you guys every time. I
think maybe now's the right time to take the belts off of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, or do what they did with the belts. See how now the belt is no longer the red and the blue belt. They have like a specific, like Seth Rollins' belt. They have a
Yeah,
women's version.
it's a brand specific belt.
It's a brand specific belt. Exactly. But it's not brand specific. That's the thing. It's a generic belt that can swap either brands and they don't have to call it Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, this I think the tag teams should be cross promotional now.
You think
Because
so? I
their
think they
their
should.
division, I agree with you for the fact that yes, it's more belts, which is something I like. But I disagree with the fact because their tag team division is so goddamn weak. And when
Yeah.
I watched a video recently, I don't remember if it was What Culture or whatever they were talking about, like the last, I think, ranking the last like 20 or 30
Champions?
people to win the tag team champions. And prior to me starting watching wrestling again, there are people who don't even exist in wrestling anymore that were tag team champions.
Heath and Rhino?
Like, it just, Heath and Rhino works in an Impact setting. Heath
Yeah.
and Rhino does not work in a WWE
No.
setting. It's crazy to me. Like, and some of the swashbuckling slap together teams that you just like, okay, you're gonna slap together teams and it's
Yeah.
gonna be big guy, little guy, I can't remember their name, Ricochet
And Braun Strowman.
fine, because they ended up working really well together, and guess what? They kept them together.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't
But
like when
now
you slap
Braun's
a team
hurt,
together
and now
to
I
win.
like the feud that he's in. Like you got the Ricochet Nakamura. To go off topic, Ricochet Nakamura and Bronson Reed. I like at least now these three guys are getting a more prominent role on TV. Which
Yeah, and
they
that's
should.
fine with me. Didn't Ricochet win Best of the Super Juniors?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a really good wrestler. Like I said, when I went to watch WWE, the house show, Ricochet was probably the best part, him and Charlotte
Yeah.
Flair. But to have made that tag team and it's working, I'm okay with that. If
Yeah.
you want to do that, when you do the things that you do, like putting Cody Rhodes together with random dude when he was Stardust, and oh, they're going to win the tag team championships. They'll be champions for 1 month till the next event, and then they're going to lose the championships.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm here for.
Whereas I'm still upset that the Street Profits have not had a longer run with the belts.
I think you need to give the Street Profits a win. Separate the belts if you're gonna do it. If they're gonna go with the way you want it, which I'm fine with, give one set of belts to the Street Profits. Have a tournament, let the Street Profits win, and then put them into a feud with the Usos, because aren't they both on SmackDown?
Yeah, you got the Usos, you got the Raiders, the Viking Raiders. You have that. Yeah, I think the New Day are there as well. So you have that. And then on Raw, I think this would also, if you separate them, this would be a good time to take the belts off of Owens and Zayn because it's getting kind of stale. And I would say if McDonough joins Judgment Day, give it to Finn and McDonough. Give him some gold.
McDonough.
Yeah.
McFinn. Call them McFinn.
McFinn.
But yeah, okay, fine. Congratulations. I like your idea.
Okay, thank you. Let's stick with WWE for another quick brief moment. Charlotte Flair is back again.
Don't do it.
You think? I think they will. I think they're going to take the belt off.
I know they will. I'm saying don't do it. Just don't. It's the wrong call.
Yeah.
You're flourishing right now in a perfect environment. Leave
Asuka.
Leave Rhea Ripley as champion for a long time. Let her be champion until Mania, where you can have Bianca Belair come back or whatever you want to do with that storyline. And then let Asuka run for a bit, being evil, chicken shit. Let her go into a serious 4-match rivalry with Io Sky, where in the final match, Io Sky finally wins and gets the belt.
Yeah,
that's the
when
story.
When she turns on, I think since
she
we're
already
on this
turned
topic,
on Bailey, didn't she?
Kinda, yes. But let's go here because the Money in the Bank is this coming weekend, and we'll go over the two main Money in the Bank matches. The first match is Zelina Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bailey, Io Sky, and Trish Stratus. Who do you think is your pick for this one?
Say them again. Sorry.
Zelina Vega.
No.
Becky Lynch.
No.
Zoe Stark.
No.
Bailey.
No.
Io Sky.
No.
Or Trish Stratus.
No.
So nobody's gonna win.
It's gonna be.
Okay. I think it's gonna be Io.
It's gonna be either Io or Zoe.
Yeah,
I would say it's almost a guarantee. If you were booking properly, that's who it would be. However,
proper booking for me is Bailey turns on Io, Bailey stays heel, and Io turns babyface and wins the Money in the Bank, and then maybe have a good SummerSlam match between Io and
where she
Asuka.
doesn't win. Have them fight again at the next thing. I don't remember what the next one is.
And then Survivor Series, she wins.
Then Survivor Series, she wins.
Because you know how they love their sets of 3 matches.
Yeah, but I'll take it. That's Kenny Omega booking. It just seems logical, right? But WWE is desperate for that buck, even though they're not losing any money.
Yeah. My fear
Lynch.
is it's going to be my fear is it's going to be Bayley.
As much as it's going to be Becky Lynch.
No, it's going to be Bayley because they want Bayley versus Flair.
That's fine, but they also they like to make the hometown people win, as we saw the last couple times.
That's true too.
Minus Drew McIntyre.
All
right, do the men's.
The men's is Ricochet, Nakamura, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Butch, Damian Priest, and a 7th member who did not qualify, but he just decided to go in it, is Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is going to do an insane spot. He's not going to win. Ricochet's not going to win. It's going to be either Shinsuke or LA Knight.
I want to put my money on Damian Priest.
Okay, well, it could be one of those 3 then.
Right.
I don't know. LA Knight
okay,
right
how about
now...
this? What if, because also on this card is Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the heavyweight championship. Finn wins and then loses it to Damian Priest that same night.
No, I think you need to. WWE storytelling, they're gonna long burn it. If Finn wins, it's not gonna happen yet. It's gonna go on this long drag where he's gonna be like, "I'm Money in the Bank winner. I want to be a champion too." Like they want to storytell with this, and they're gonna be like, "Well, you're not gonna challenge me, right? I'm the leader. No, I'm not gonna challenge you." And it's gonna go on, and then one day,
kind of like what they did with Batista and Evolution or Randy Orton.
And then the story's gonna go on where Finn keeps treating him like shit, but he doesn't do anything because he doesn't want to turn. And then at some event, he's gonna come running out, and the crowd's gonna go nuts, and he's gonna cash in, and he's gonna win the championship, and that's gonna be it. All right, I accept your offer.
Okay. Then random match of since we're gonna do this, let's go through the rest of the card. Cody Rhodes versus Dominic Mysterio. My only question
Rhodes
is why.
Gonna smash him.
My only question is why.
Because then they want to give clout to Damien or Rey Mysterio, Dominic. Mysterio.
Dominic. We already talked about the Bloodline match, and then we have Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler against Liv Morgan and Rodriguez. Baszler and Rousey need to destroy
destruction. Them. Absolute fucking destruction.
Completely destroy them. Completely destroy them. The one thing I got to say, at least Shotzi's not in the women's Money in the Bank this year. And I'm surprised Bianca's not there either.
I told you, Bianca is not going to be part of anything for a long time. She might be on Raw or whatever to talk, or have small matches, but the plan is to train her and get her even better before she takes another run.
Okay. Makes sense. And there's only 6 matches on this card. I think the 7th match, which they haven't announced yet, I think is going to be Charlotte versus Asuka.
Okay, but make sure Asuka wins.
I don't think they'll do that.
If Charlotte reacted the way that she did in the match against Rhea Ripley, and she knows now is the time in her career to go full Shawn Michaels, where winning the championships no longer matters. It only matters that you're going to be remembered forever for the matches that you put on at these events.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that in her. And I feel like this sounds really stupid, but I feel like I have faith in her to be like, no, that's the wrong choice. Now I do. I think for the rest of her career, I absolutely think she was a piece of shit.
WWE is like, well, you didn't have this belt yet. Why don't we give you this belt now?
But this feels like she's evolving into modern day John Cena, where John Cena was like, I don't want the belt. I don't want to wrestle weekly. I want to come here and just help people by putting on an excellent match and getting someone else over.
Well, that's why Cena refused the 17th championship win.
Yeah, and that's why
he did not want to. He goes, I don't feel I should beat Ric Flair's record.
That's why Shawn Michaels was world heavyweight champion for literally like 20 days, because he didn't want to be the champion. He had no want to be champion.
Yeah. So let's hope that is true and that sticks. Let us go to AEW. This is being recorded before Forbidden Door, but it's going to air after. We're going to be going to Forbidden Door this Sunday. This past Sunday, we were at Forbidden Door, I guess we could say. But
Hey, this was such a good event. Yay.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it will be because that card, like,
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it. And it's so bad for me to say that because this is a once in a lifetime, basically, opportunity to watch this. I'm going to finally get to see New Japan. I love all the wrestlers on the card minus CM Punk. I just don't like the matches that they slap together.
Kojima, Satoshi Kojima, though, like, yes, legend.
Do I want to watch Kojima versus Punk? Not really. No. I think you should have put Kojima against someone that's like him. Like, this is such a random match that has nothing added to it, where we know CM Punk is going to win because it's the tournament for
it's Owen a tournament, Hart.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, okay, congratulations, you got Kojima. Like, I'm happy to see you. That's why I feel about a lot of this. You know what I'm here for, though? I'm here for 4 of the best wrestlers of all time fighting and getting to see it. You're going to have Bryan Danielson versus Okada, and you're going to have Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay.
Do we got Jay White on the card yet or no?
No, and that's the thing, right? Right now, as far as we've been told by the internet, the card is finalized.
So no Jay White. Jay White is having the match tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, but it's a random ass match, which I'm thinking either they're going to introduce some kind of Bullet Club element right now and try to force a pre-show event, maybe.
Yeah,
that will lead to all in
England.
In England, where there will be an actual Bullet Club Gold versus Bullet Club match.
Yeah. And I think also there's rumors that Davey Boy Smith Jr. is going to be at the All In show in England.
Well, let's let him be there.
Yeah,
let him be there.
But yeah, I mean, the one match I'm still scratching my head over is Willow Nightingale versus Toni Storm.
That's the one you're scratching your head over, not Adam Cole versus Tom Lawler.
Okay, but it's Tom Lawler. We get to see him take off his pants.
We were talking about this last night on my way home from work because we're filming this on Saturday, so it was a Friday. And I was saying, I'm like, the only reason I'm happy is because Adam Cole's match against MJF was great, so there's a chance this could be great. Tom Lawler, I know, can go. And I'm going to get to see how many pairs of shorts he's wearing.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you watch Tom Lawler taking off pants is like number one reason to watch things, and Sister Act 2.
And Sister Act 2, exactly. But no, my understanding, like, clearly Toni Storm, it's for the AEW Women's Championship. Toni Storm obviously is not going to lose it to Willow Nightingale. But it makes Willow
every match is.
But it makes Willow look weak as a New Japan Strong Women's Champion.
No, I think it gives her spotlight, and that's what they like, because Willow's never had this big of a match before.
Okay, so if she puts on a banger of a match, this could be.
I think this whole event. I think what they're doing with AEW and New Japan now is they're planning on telling more interweaving storylines that will go out through the whole year and have crossover, and Forbidden Door will just be the major event.
Okay.
That seems like what they're doing. Because then you also have All In, where it seems like a lot of people are going to be there too. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay is probably happening again at All In. So I think a lot of this is just to plant seeds for the future.
Okay.
Because otherwise, a lot of this stuff doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. They seem like a random thrown together matches, and like you're right though, but like
the matches seem like they're set up just to be like, how banger of a match can we put on tonight?
Yeah, but then again, you got MJF versus Tanahashi.
MJF was great against Adam Cole. Maybe Tanahashi's going to work with him and not do the typical Tanahashi, I'm going to win this whole match and then you'll win right at the end by cheating.
Yeah. Which might happen. I don't know. Like, you're right though. This card does seem a little like last year's card seemed much stronger.
Yeah. And it's weird because we're talking about this, but when this comes out, it will have already happened.
Yes. And the review would have been yesterday.
Yeah. So you know what? Let's just skip AEW.
Yeah.
Unless you have anything super pressing to talk about. You know what? Let's talk about CM Punk.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Well, let's
just
talk about Collision, the first episode of Collision.
I think Andrade versus Buddy Matthews
Mm-hmm.
uh, was amazing.
Yeah, that
Um,
might be a contender.
definitely I'll write it down. MJF versus Adam Cole is definitely on match of the year
Yep,
list. Um, yeah, it's like
that
Jake
was a
Lee
good.
might even be
Yeah,
Jake Lee versus oh my god, what the hell's his name?
Segura.
Segura. Anyways, Adam,
Go watch our
Adam,
Noah review from last week. It was really good.
we're digressing. There was a few really good matches on the card.
Yeah,
There's some good setups for storylines. I still don't understand what the point of Juice Robinson and Jay White existing are. Because they're two of the best wrestlers you have.
you're squandering them. I think there's the feud with FTR. I think they're getting to gold soon.
Okay, and I'll take that. And I think somehow you have to shoehorn David Finlay into his storyline. Like, have AEW take the belts over to Japan for an event
Mm-hmm.
where it's Jay White. They allow him back. He wrestles David Finlay on AEW, and if he wins, he's allowed to wrestle again in Japan. And
Okay.
then you have it go to like Wrestle Kingdom or something, and he
Or
brings those.
or you never said anything about tag team wrestling.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah. CM Punk. I
Yeah.
hate him. I hate him with a passion. I he wrestles at 15% of his former abilities.
Yeah.
He no longer works in the realm of 2023 wrestling with his attitude or his attitude is that of 1990s WCW locker room.
Yeah.
Okay. And his mic skills, though still good, are not the same as the people that we look to now to give a good promo. When you hear a promo cut by Jay White or MJF,
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk doesn't cut promos like that. CM
No.
Punk talks about himself for 20 minutes and then insults you and leaves. Like where those guys are constantly pushing the storyline forwards. And
But even say what you will about someone like Mox, his promos are more relevant than
because they're
even though
very
he
to the
does
point.
Yeah.
They're very to the point. See, this is the thing though. Mox is playing a character. He's acting. CM Punk is
being
being
himself.
himself. And it's just annoying. And I can't wait to see the reactions that come outside of Chicago. I'm sure people are going to cheer him still because people cheer Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So
I think he might get booed like here.
In a packed house? Yes, I think so. Especially because Kenny Omega is Canadian.
Yeah. But we'll see. Oh yeah,
I honestly believe the roof of the stadium will fall off when Kenny Omega or Chris Jericho comes out.
Oh yeah, Judas is gonna be like,
and we know now, guaranteed, Casaninare and Chris Jericho Judas is gonna play.
Yeah,
these are life events.
There will be no roof left on the Scotia Arena.
Strange, we're not getting FTR.
Yes. But like I said, they are on Collision. It's
maybe
FTR's...
tonight it gets announced for a tag match.
You think maybe that's what happens? FTR versus BC Gold?
Maybe, and they move
this is where we get
the
War Dogs interference.
It could be this,
right? And what if we get like hear me out here? We're gonna get tonight after the match, FTR or BC Gold and the Ass Boys go over. Because it's who do they have? It's CM Punk, FTR, and who's the fourth guy? Is it Magic Johnson there? Andretti?
Yeah, who cares?
But whoever. The fourth guy on that
it's Ricky Starks.
Ricky Starks will get pinned. Ricky Starks will take the pin on this one. And Bullet Club Gold will go over, which leads to a brawl or whatever. They challenge FTR to a tag match at Forbidden Door. The match, it looks like Jay White and Thing are going to win. That's when Finlay, Connors, and say Maloney show up, interfere, and cost them the match. That could lead back.
I say you run out the War Dogs only, Alex Coughlin and the other guy.
Okay, Clark Connors.
No. What are they? What's are they the War Dogs? No,
I think they're the word.
no. The other two guys are the
Maloney?
Android and
I can't
uh,
remember.
it's Android, Coughlin, and Gabriel Kidd, or whatever the
Gabriel
hell his
Kidd.
name is.
Okay, yeah.
They're gonna come out because they want a shot at the title, so they're gonna stop Jay White from winning the titles because they want to challenge FTR or some shit like that, right?
Okay.
But it would still be Bullet Club relevant. But I agree with
Yes.
you that that's a possibility because I do feel like, but
Not to
then
have a
maybe you have that on the pre-show. You have Jay White and Juice Robinson versus the War Dogs as like the pre-show, fucking no titles on the line because you can't put titles on the pre-show. They're not going to do that.
well, the War Dogs are not champions though, are they?
No, they're not. But I'm saying if you're not going to have an FTR match on the pre-card.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Because
as of right now, there's only one pre-show match and
this is
no
so funny because people are going to be watching this like days after it's already over. But all the British companies, What Culture and Cultaholic and all of them are saying that there's a guarantee at least one more pre-show match is being added. There's no way it's only going to be one pre-show.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm happy for that. This is funny because two people at my work were like, I don't care. I'm like, I'm really excited to be able to potentially say 20 years from now that I got to see Billy Starks wrestle at Forbidden Door because I think she's going to end as one of the best American female wrestlers ever.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm actually
she's
kind
so
of looking
young.
forward to Billy Starks versus Athena. That's going to be a good match.
It's going to be a good match. It's going to tell a good story. And either Athena's going to go over and she's going to look like a boss going through this tournament, probably winning it, or we're going to get the plucky youngster is going to go all the way and win.
Well, I think what might happen, Billy Starks goes over Athena, gets knocked out in the second round, but this could lead to a Billy Starks versus Athena championship match for the ROH.
That's fine. And I would like that a lot.
Yeah. So, but let's move on. We'll end AEW talk because
we went way too long, even though we said we weren't going to talk about it.
Let's go to Japan. Let's talk about the Bullet Club and how they've rejuvenated themselves.
It's excellent. I don't think there's much to say on it except that it's excellent, and I can't wait to see who else gets added because we know Ishimori and Kenta are staying.
Yes, Ishimori is going to be out for a while.
Yeah, and as far as we know,
Fale
is still in it, and so is Owens.
Yeah.
So right now they have a like a 10-person roster, do they not?
Yeah. I think here alphabetically it's Coughlin, Fale, Owens, Connors, Maloney, Finley, Gabriel Kidd, Gato, Kenta, and Taiji Ishimori.
Yeah. That's a wicked unit.
Yeah, and then you have the subgroup of Dick to Go, Evil Show, and Takahashi,
which I think is going to end soon. Yeah, I think that they're teasing the show turn on Evil. Yeah. I think he's going to do it, and I think he's going to go back to Chaos.
Show?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's gonna the Roppongi 3K is coming back.
Then will we get Show Yohei Yo?
We might. I think there's gonna be a trios team of Show, Yohei, and Show, Yo, and Leo Rush.
And
I think they're gonna become a trios for the they're gonna because the open weight is any weight, right?
Any weight, yeah. So I'd like to see that.
And then you can have Dick Togo, Evil, and Thing win the championships by cheating and then have to go into a feud with those three.
I kind of like that.
Probably won't happen, I'll be honest.
No, but that's the whole thing of this show too, is we do a little bit of fantasy booking as well, right?
But it's kind of what I would like to see, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
and you know what, like you said
wasted.
at the beginning of the show, most of the stuff we've predicted has come true.
Yeah, but Show is absolutely being wasted.
He is, yeah.
And Evil is better than this. Mm-hmm. He's so lazy right now in terms of like the stories they're telling and like what he's bringing to the ring. He used to be a double champion.
Yeah.
Twice, actually.
Yeah.
Because he was the trios and the Intercontinental, and then he was Intercontinental and the World Champion.
Yeah. Yeah, he is being wasted. Isn't he married to what's her name? Io Sky.
But that's the big rumor is that they're gonna, when his contract's over, he's walking and he's going to WWE. That's what a lot of people are saying. But
see, where would he fit in there?
He would just join them. He would most likely be one of their cucks.
Okay.
I don't think he'll care. He'll get paid more and he'll be with his wife. So
I think
I think
at
that's
that
all
point,
he
yeah, I
wants.
guess so.
He's made his money probably by now, to be honest, because he was very
That's true.
popular for a long period.
That's true.
His
That's true.
LIJ days, he was super popular.
Yeah. When he first showed up as evil. But yeah, I mean, like we're going back to what we're saying, like, I mean, and I love how there's all these little splintered factions of the Bullet Club right now, too. You have Bullet Club Gold, which are their own thing. You have what's his name in there? You have Jay White, Juice Robinson, and officially now the Guns are part of it as well. So you have that little sub
And
faction
I
there.
still think I agree with what you said would happen, and I think Ethan Page is going to join them.
Yeah, I'd totally like to see that. Ethan Page is going to be like the ringleader or the master. Like he's the one who you think, you freed me from my contract, Matt Hardy, and now thank you very much. I can do this.
Because he's a good mouthpiece, right? And they
Yeah.
need that. If I think they should take Bullet
Especially
Club
with
Gold.
going back to AEW. I hate to say this, but Jeff Hardy is taking time off again.
Well, that he's taking time off because he can't go to Canada.
Yeah. No, but did you watch that match he had? He looked out of it again.
I don't know. What they're saying is the reason he's being written off TV is because he can't travel
Well,
to
yeah,
Canada. His
he's not allowed
passport,
to.
he can't leave the country.
Yeah. But I digress. But you were
And
saying
either way,
about the
but
Guns.
I think that Bullet Club team is good to me. I
Mhm.
think it brings clout to people, and I think you need to treat them how they were treated in Japan, where they're going to run roughshod through the company, and they're just going to be like they're going to be unfuckwithable.
Yeah.
They'll be on one show, and then Bullet Club or BCC will run the other show as the main heel group.
Yeah. Yeah.
And never to cross paths.
And then in Impact, you have Austin and Bay. Like these guys.
But Austin and Bay are still technically Japan Bullet Club.
Yeah. That's true.
I think what you should do is maybe splinter them off as well, but let them pull in 2 more members from Impact to join their version of Bullet Club.
Let's see, an Impact. Who would you have?
I don't know. You got to find 2 people, right? Who would you pick?
As much as I hate it because they're such great faces, I put Saban and Shelley. They put their differences aside.
I don't think it should be a tag team.
Well, they're not tag teams right now.
Who's 2 really like crusty heels they have that's not Bully Ray?
Ugh.
Like maybe Macklin.
Burt Macklin?
But Burt Macklin, and then maybe Dirty Dango. And
Okay.
have that team. Right? Because they don't have to be extremely formidable because you do have Ace and Bay, right?
Yeah.
The other 2 people just need to be there. And I think it works.
Yeah, Macklin could work as the muscle and Dango as the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Dango would be like the Disco Inferno of the NWO.
Right. And Dango's not a bad wrestler.
No, like I said, like the Disco Inferno. Inferno was a joke character, but he could go when he had to go.
Yeah,
like
and
in
Dango's
the ring,
kind of turning his character around, right?
Yeah.
He's becoming like the heel that he's going for. And I think that's a good storyline because then you can, once they're all together, you can have Santino, Joe Hendry, and then they can get 2 other people to
Rich
also
Swann.
go against them. Yeah, there you go. And you guys can battle against that Bullet Club team. Maybe they get the machine guns to help them go against them. Okay. Either way.
Okay.
We're impacting and we're New Japanning at the same time.
Because because in next month or 2 months from now, we're getting Multiverse 2, the second one in the same year.
I hope they've learned from the first one, the previous one at Supercard of Honor, when all 3 companies kind of crossed over. They've also had another multiverse at some point, I believe.
Yep.
And both Forbidden Doors, that maybe we should tell a little bit of a story going into this one and not just have a bunch of absolutely random matches during WrestleMania weekend to make money.
Yeah, I think this is more getting the dream matches out there. Like the only one that's really telling a story is Osprey and Omega.
I think you're going to get at this multiverse some kind of crossover because I know it's a bit strongy versus an Impact more than it is actually New Japan versus Impact. But I think you let some Bullet Club crossover happen and maybe show good faith towards Ace and Bay or have them turn on Ace and Bay.
Me personally, triple champ Ace and Bay.
Yeah, okay. I
Have them beat
absolutely love that.
Bishamon and triple belt them.
You're not making saying anything that I don't like here.
Right. I think Ace and Bay right now are at the stage where they can do it.
Yeah, and I
Like,
think
and
Impact has
after
a
that
better.
match, like they had a fantastic match against two randos in the good hands.
Yeah, and Impact has a way, way, way better working relationship with New Japan right now than AEW does.
Yeah.
Like, there's Impact has had a lot of presence since the World Tag League until now. The crossover events, the G1 tournament, the light or the juniors tournament.
Juniors tournament. Yeah.
You had the junior tag
You
tournament
had
and
Mike
the
Bailey
heavyweight
go
tournament.
to the semis. Like,
Yeah, I think that there's some real stuff going on there. Because
yeah.
look, there's not even one AEW wrestler in the G1 tournament.
No. I don't think it's
They
an
only
Impact
they
either.
didn't start crossing over until 1
Kiyomiya's,
week before.
I think Kiyomiya's the only one really
No, there's
that's
one other guy.
is
There's
there.
one other guy. Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston. Okay. That's the AW guy.
I forgot he was there, so we were wrong. Well, he's kind of like a Ring of Honor guy now, but now he's the
Yeah.
AEW again. Like that was a weird transition where
Yeah.
they pushed him into that show, but now after the injury, he's back on AEW. I'm very up. I don't want him in this event. And when he announced Ishii, I was like heartbroken. I was like, of all the fucking people, like
Can you
Kota
imagine
Ibushi
if he
better have
announced
a run out.
can you imagine if like Ibushi, Shingo, uh like
Ibushi better
anybody.
have a run out. That's all I'm saying. I think that's what's going to happen. I think there's going to be a run out and he's going to save the day and it's going to lead to a third match at Blood and Guts. That's going to have 6 people on each team and uh they'll all be back.
Okay. All right. I'll take it.
Because they'll be like, we're going to bring somebody from your past. And it's going to be like, who could they get though?
I don't know.
Oh, by the way, speaking of AEW news, Johnny TV is now all elite.
Yes, he joined his wife.
He is officially all elite. He's a good wrestler, so sure.
Yeah, I mean, it adds a little bit of depth to the roster now. So,
I
and
think it's because they need to do the split more, so they need
Mhm.
more bigger names to help do that.
Yeah.
Because you can clearly see they're starting to push a lot of the smaller people to
Yeah.
either
Well, I
Ring of
mean,
Honor or
we got
Rampage.
both Miro and Andrade on TV, who we haven't seen in months.
Yeah, and we still have probably months to go before we see Thunder Rosa. So
Yeah. But she's still around. She still does promo work for them. She still does.
she's doing a lot of like podcasts and stuff for them,
Yeah.
like a lot of interviews.
And a lot, like, she's really popular with like the Latino community. So she does a lot of
Yeah,
this.
I would figure, and she's a very good wrestler. She was one of our favorite wrestlers going into
Yeah.
it. It was all the backstage bullshit that kind of turned everyone on Thunder Rosa, right?
Yeah.
But in the wake of that, we realized how good Tony Storm was.
Yeah.
We realized how
Jamie
good
Hayter.
Jamie Hayter was,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, like, you got to take the good with the bad, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be happy to see her come back. She had a
Yeah.
few banger matches with the Joshi Pro girls over in Japan.
She had a fantastic lights out match with Britt Baker.
Yeah, and Britt Baker's not someone that I very much like to see in the ring.
Right. So,
Speaking of Japan,
yes.
I'm still excited to keep seeing what Noah's gonna do.
Noah has been impressing me. We went and we reviewed Green Journey in Nagoya last week, a show that we wanted to review because one, we had no review that week, and two, the card looked amazing.
The card looked really good.
Right?
And it ended up being really good. All the matches that we looked at that were like we should watch this were excellent.
Yeah.
And they had another event this week that just passed.
Sorry?
I think it was they had another event, I think, on Friday that just passed yesterday for us now. And yeah, it looks they're doing good.
Yeah, they're having
Stardom
their
has an
version
event.
of the they're doing their version of the G1 as well, starting in August.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to watch that.
Yeah. What's it called? It is called, I don't know.
Super Green Spectacular Awesome Fun Love Bye tournament.
Maybe. But we'll see.
I know Stardom has an event tomorrow.
Yes.
Which is Sunday, which is why they didn't cross over any Stardom people.
Yeah. It's called, so G1 is the New Japan version. N1 is the Noah. So,
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to watch that.
so that's going to be going on at the same time as the G1, I think, isn't it? No, the G1's in July, August, right? And this one is probably right after. So
The G1 is coming up like right now, right after Forbidden Door, and like a
yeah,
week later it starts.
yeah. So get ready for that, guys.
I gotta prepare myself for that.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do it how they did the juniors tournament. I can't handle it.
No, I think they're going back to the way they did it last
Because
year.
I love that. I could watch 3 or 4 matches a day. I don't like watching half an episode of something and then having to come back. I like to complete it and then be like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm moving on.
And last year, what we did was we watched only the tournament matches
Well,
as
that's
opposed.
all. Well, at first we didn't, and then we came to realize that we didn't need to watch any of the other stuff.
Yeah. But
Learning.
because the story is told in the G1. Yeah, so I'm really excited with what Noah's going to be doing. And I think Noah's tournament is going to have some guys from or All Japan. There's a couple guys from MLW, I think, that are going to be joining this tournament. It's the same idea, A and B blocks. So looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So, but I think that covers about everything. Ring of Honor.
Oh, I got one thing.
Sure.
The potential tag team win for Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly. Because they're gonna team up now, and I'm
Yes, they
very
are.
excited because they both need some clout on their names, and this is it. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Perazo
so.
is not losing anytime soon.
No, Perazo's not losing anytime soon, but nor should she. She's been without the belt for a while. It's time
I
to give
think
her.
she's gonna run until Mickey James comes back. I don't think Mickey James will win, but I think that's the plan. They want to keep her until she could face Mickey James.
And then have a true retirement match for Mickey James.
Yeah, and then they'll move on to the title from Perazo.
Who's in the picture then?
Killer Kelly or Masha Slamovich. I mean, you can't ever count out Jordan Grace, let's be honest.
And now you got to throw Trinity into the mix.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And I know Monet's hurt right now, but do you think they may make a move for Monet, or do you think Monet might show up somewhere else?
I think they're going to introduce the tag titles to Strong Women's Division, and they'll have Monet and Trinity win.
That would make sense. That would make sense. But you were saying about Stardom having an event coming up.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Well, today's Saturday. You guys are watching this on like Wednesday.
Yeah. Which one's this one?
I don't know. I just heard everybody talking about it yesterday.
Okay.
Because we're still one Stardom event behind.
Yes, we are.
Watching, but we won't be reviewing that one.
No, the Flashing Champions.
Yes, terrible name.
Yes. But it's one of the more normal ones.
Yeah, well, this one's probably called a Kiss Kiss Underwear Bang Bang Underwear Pants Do Good Happy Rainbow.
No. It's not Sunshine. It's called Sunshine. That's it.
That's uneventful.
Stardom
Super
Sunshine.
Happy Sunshine, sunglasses on sun.
Yeah. Actually, the card, it's more of a tag type of show.
Okay, well, maybe we'll add it to the list of unreviewable reviews that we'll speak about at the end of the year.
I think I am going to add that to the unmentionables list.
And we'll do. Oh, you know what? It's July. By the time we're doing this, maybe we'll call it the 6-month mark, and we'll go over all the ones we didn't talk about.
Because
I'm only missing
the
only ones I haven't watched is the Crockett Cup and the Stardom event, the other Stardom.
Yeah. And that's the two I'm missing as well, Crockett Cup and the Stardom.
I finished the other Noah one, so.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah. Noah's a steady 7+.
Yeah, and that's good. I'm entertained by Noah, and that's all I ask for.
I'm also Noah, Jesus, Moses.
Yeah.
The three amigos.
The three amigos, Lucky Bottom, Dusty Bottom's Lucky Day, and Ned Niederlander.
That's it. Classic.
For those who get that reference, thank you. But I got nothing else.
I'm done.
We're done. All right. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Join us next week. We will have probably more reviews, a review for Money in the Bank next week. So let us know how wrong we were next week. With that out of the way, thanks again for joining us. Goodbye and good night.